Another exclusive from the team at MyRNB.com.au.
MyRNB, no doubt. Check them out to see what's out and about. The best music and interviews. This is how we do it. Check me out on the mic, I'm the best to ever do it. Get that right. My panda flow and erupt like a bottle of Sprite. This the interview, welcome to the show. And if you want to blow, this the place to go. And you can tell all these haters, R.I.P. And thanks to my R&B, it's all eyes on me. Hey.
So we're sitting here with Bilal.
Yo.
We're gonna find out a little bit about him, the man behind the Boss Freestyles. He's got over 3.6 million views on YouTube. That's massive.
Yeah, man, it's a good achievement.
Yeah.
Happy to be here, man.
Thanks. Okay, so talk to me about your inspiration, your influences.
Man, I've been rapping. See, growing up, I was a shy kid growing up, so which is a bit funny. Yeah, I was a shy kid at school, and I really lacked confidence, man. And I kind of wanted to step out of my shell, and music was the best way to do it. So, yeah, man, 12 years later now,
Yeah.
I'm just doing my thing, man. So
Yeah. Cool. And what about your influences? Who, like, if there's say 3 artists that influence you, who would they be?
it'd have to be, I'd say Kanye West,
Yeah.
because he just does his thing, man, and it just works. Voice the 5'9", his flow, his metaphors, and the same with Eminem.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling Ace at the moment too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ace is pretty good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, how did you meet the people that you work with? Talk a little bit about the people that you've worked with.
This is a long story, man. Well, pretty much it's, BMH is it's me, it's Monster, and it's Hamzy, my manager. So that's the guy that makes all my beats.
Yep.
And I put all the songs together, and Hamzy's the one that just releases the stuff. So
Yeah. But how'd you link up with those?
well, pretty much. How'd we link up? It's a long story. I met this guy first, Munir, who makes my beats. I met him first. I met him. I used to go to karaoke every Thursdays.
You used to sing karaoke?
Yeah, I used to just go there just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? I used to go there every Thursdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
And one night, this guy was there, and at the time, I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't doing anything with my music. I used to just go there for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And when I went on stage, I was rapping. I was rapping freestyling to Dead and Gone, Justin Timberlake and T.I. That's the song I used to always do there.
Yep.
And I was just, after I got off the stage, this guy came up to me and he goes, "You're pretty good, man." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." He's like, "I'll make beats." I'm like, "Oh, sweet, let's, we exchange contacts," and we met up, I think it was a week. Was it a week?
Yeah, it was within a week.
Yeah, within a week, man, we hooked up, and he showed me Stand Alone, a beat he had in his computer, sitting there for like 2 years.
Yep.
And yeah, we put it together, and ever since that track, man, we just kept working together.
And how'd you get Anton on that track?
See, I knew Anton before I met this guy.
Okay.
We were just close mates before that as well.
Yep.
And then once I wrote all my verses for Stand Alone, I told Anton, because I'll try to do something with the hook, and I thought, probably would be better if we got male vocalist on there.
Yeah.
So that's when Anton came on, and he goes, "You know what, I can write something to this." So he wrote something to it. We went to the studio, and it was just magic, man. And then we put the clip together, and it went really good.
Yeah.
And that was before we done the Boss videos as well. At that time, we only had like 200 fans on Facebook. We only had like 200 fans on YouTube. So considering that, I mean, it done really well. It's sitting like on 145,000 hits now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Now, so you've talked a bit about how you started. I just saw a clip of 50 Cent listening to your music.
Yeah. That
And
was
he
crazy.
says in there, "John, put it out there." And he said it like twice. "John, put it out there." Like,
I heard that.
how did you feel when you heard 50 Cent, like the head of G Unit, talk about your music like that?
I mean, words can't describe it, man. I mean, like, I've been making music now for like 12 years, like I said. And I was from starting to put pamphlets on people's cars, you know what I mean? to 50 Cent listening to my music, I mean, it's an unbelievable experience, man. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. So, yeah, words can't describe how crazy that was. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you were
It's a
saying
big accomplishment for me anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For one of the biggest MCs in the world to listen to your music, I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and you told me that you're planning a trip to the States as well.
Hopefully, yeah, man. Billy the Kid,
Yep.
he's going over there, I think in October, and he wants me to come with him
To see what you can do.
to, because I'm going to walk him out if he ends up going.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk out with 50, so wrap it
Yeah.
together. So I have a 16, 50 has a 16. So it's going to be pretty crazy, man, if it all plans out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does, but yeah, if that works out, I mean, it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, that's massive.
yeah.
Now, talk to me about the boss freestyles.
Yeah.
Why did you start it? How did you come up with the idea?
Oh, pretty much, man. These guys came up with the idea. I didn't come up with the idea, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, see, the thing is, before the boss videos, we had, like, our music was there, you know what I mean? But the only thing we were lacking, it was the subscribers on YouTube. We were lacking Facebook fans. You know, we had no YouTube, we had no internet presence. So these guys said, let's do something different. I mean, you're making the music and it's not getting out there. So we thought, you know what? These guys thought, let's do something a bit different. You know what I mean? Something funny that can show your talent, you know what I mean? It's, you know, just something that can get people's attention pretty much. And so this guy comes up to me and goes, why don't you rap at McDonald's? Just do a little just freestyle. And the thing is, it wasn't that hard to freestyle because that's what I used to eat. Because I've lost like 22 kilos, so it was pretty easy for me to freestyle it. But yeah, I went through Macca's drive-through and it just went viral after that. And then pretty much those views fed into our channel and we built our fan base, man.
Yeah.
I was like that. And then when Disaster came down, we done the same thing. That went viral and we just rode the wave and we just kept going. So
when Disaster came down, you did the KFC.
yeah,
freestyle.
that's when he came down because he had a battle with Jay Legend.
Okay.
We brought him out. And,
You brought out Disaster.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, our crew brought him out.
Yep.
Me, Hams, and when he brought him out, planned it out. He came down
Yep.
and we organised Jay Legend.
So you didn't know him before this?
No.
Okay.
Like we spoke online. We spoke
Yeah.
online and stuff like that. We spoke to Got Beef Battles.
Yep.
And we spoke to the organisers there and we kind of linked up like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So.
And what's next in terms of, are there any more boss freestyles coming up?
I think Somewhere Like a Boss was the probably was the last one for now.
Yep.
But I've just been quiet now, man, because we've just been working on a lot of music, man. Like that's the reason why I've been so quiet, you know.
Yep.
We got so much music coming out, bro. I actually got a film clip tomorrow to do for one of my new songs that I'm releasing. I just finished the song with I've done a song for Lauren Eagle.
Okay.
I've done the official soundtrack for the movie Convict. It's going to be in cinemas, hopefully.
Yep.
That's what I mean. I've been so busy writing songs and just in the process of, you know, doing the clips for them. Yeah, man, like, where do I start with that? I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, slowly we release one track at a time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you got any plans for an album, EP?
Album, I wouldn't say album, no, but singles, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just release them one by one, pretty much. I don't think there's a need for us to do an album now at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I think singles are just the way to go now. So yeah.
And we were talking just before we started filming. We are talking about, you know, like how MCs will blow up in the scene. How can they do it? So you've got, like we said, over 3.6 million views.
Yeah.
You've got, you know, thousands of fans following you on YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook, and the rest of it. What kind of advice could you give people that, you know, that are trying, they're writing down like the position that you were in before you got?
Look, I believe if you really want something, you can get it, man.
Yeah.
The advice I can give them is just don't sleep, man.
Yeah.
Don't sleep, just go for it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people think it was just the boss videos that did it for me, you know what I mean? But, like, go before that, you know what I mean? Like, way before that. What about the 12 years that I've been doing it, you know what I mean? From, like I said, and how I met Hamzy, I was actually handing out flyers. I was putting flyers on people's cars and people were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? You know what I mean?
What were the flyers?
It had Australia's Best Rapper on it, and it had my Facebook and YouTube links on it.
Okay.
And that's how I met Hamzy. And Hamzy, like,
seen, I think I put it on his car, and then he grabbed it,
Yeah.
and then he's like, who the fuck is this bloke? Excuse my language, guys. But and then he read it, and then that's how me and Hamzy hooked up, and yeah, and that's how BMH came along.
Okay.
Yeah, like you just don't give up, man. It's a lot of work, and especially if you live in this country, Australia, it's hard, man. It's because the hip hop scene's pretty much dead here.
Yeah.
And but in saying that, it's a double-edged sword, man. Like, because you got the internet, you know what I mean. You can reach people around the world, so it's just it's a long process, man. You gotta be really patient.
Yeah.
You gotta be patient, man, and just just do your thing, man. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep at it.
Yeah.
That's advice I can give you, man. And it's hard, man, because at times you feel like giving up, and there's so many times I gave up because when I met Munir, at that point I wasn't rapping for a year. I used to just go karaoke for the fun of it, just to rap, but that's it. I wasn't trying to make a career out of it, and then once our team formed, that's when I took it more serious because I had someone to work with. We built a foundation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's really hard to do something if you don't know where to start. So, yeah, man, and that's it.
Yeah. And you mentioned you're doing a film clip tomorrow.
Yeah, for my new track, Get It On. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
When he made the beat again for it, it's insane.
So the track's not out at all?
No, it hasn't been released yet.
Okay. Can you give us like a brief overview about what it's about? What's the theme for the film clip? Any details?
It's pretty much about where I was to where I am now. That's what the song's about.
Yep.
And it's more like, but it's not a depressing song. It's more like of a party kind of thing.
Okay.
It's more like started from the bottom, It's kind of that feel. The beat's a bit different, but it's kind of like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like that, but it's more like,
Yeah.
it's upbeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait
Yeah.
for tomorrow.
Yeah. And what's next? Where are we gonna see you next?
In regards to,
What have you got coming up? Like, so you said you're gonna release some singles.
yeah, look, I think
That's where
that
your focus is.
the next track now we're releasing will be the track of Diffler and Eagle.
Yep.
That's releasing, I think, in a week, and then a month later we have the new track, Get It On, which
Yep.
I'm filming tomorrow. Gonna release that, and then we got Convict the movie that's coming out.
Yep.
I've got more tracks. I'm actually doing another song for Westmead Hospital. It's a charity song.
Okay.
It's called Keep On Fighting.
Yep.
All the money that we make off that song is going straight to charity. So all the money we make off iTunes and stuff like that. That's
Yep.
more like a charity song we're going for.
Okay.
We got that coming. We got more tracks to dance on like Tiller.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we just don't know how to release them. Like last year and this year, I just locked myself in the room and I just kept writing, and now it's just time to, it's time for the volcano to erupt. It's just time to release all these songs.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And at what point do you say you've accomplished what you set out to achieve? Like where do you want to be? What's your ideal?
Fuck. It's tricky. That's a tricky question, So look, for me, as long as I'm living my dream and I'm happy doing what I'm doing, that's enough for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Even if I don't get as big as 50 Cent or as big as Kanye West or Jay-Z or whatever,
Yep.
as long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing and as long as I can make a living and a career out of it, and I'm happy, and that's what I'm doing now. And things are starting to take shape and form, and it's working, man. It's working.
Yeah.
So I'm happy, man. I'm content with where I'm at now. So, but I'm still pushing myself. I want to get a little bit more out there. I'm trying to hit more, more the States now, Canada and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of, just trying to make it more international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking about touring? Stuff, or just pushing your music out there, or?
We are probably next year, man. Once our fan base gets bigger and bigger and bigger,
Yep.
we'll do that. So, and it's getting there slowly. So,
yeah. And lastly, have you got any shout outs that you want to give to anyone?
shout outs to Monster. Hamzy back at home. He's sick. Was supposed to be here today, but tonight, but he couldn't make it. Shout out to all my fans, and shout out to Anton Actilla. Just to everyone that supports my music, man.
Yeah.
For the fans, appreciate it. But yeah.
Cool.